Hey folks, welcome back to Lindell, Africa. This is Chris coming to you from central Pennsylvania. Well, much awaited, very excited about, but I did warn you got to be careful of false starts and you got to be careful of false promises. And you got to deliver when you say you're going to deliver. What am I talking about? frankspeech.com. That's right. Mike Lindell's much heralded website, which he claims he's been working on for 4 years. And there's been a rush on it since the elections last year. Well, frankspeech.com, more like Frank Silence. No, I'm not a leftist. I'm not a disgruntled liberal. I'm not a nut job out there who just, is going to go after Mike Lindell. I like his products. I like his shtick, and I like his story of redemption, true American story. A former crack addict became a multimillionaire and built a billion-dollar empire. I think it's about $1 billion. Whatever the case is, the guy has done an amazing job. He's created employment for Americans here in America, good-paying jobs with lots of benefits, and he's a hero of American business. Well done to Mike Lindell. But you can't make promises if you're not ready to deliver. Now, if anybody that works for Mike Lindell that set up this Frank Speech had anything in their mind other than realizing that there were going to be denial of service attacks, there were going to be hacks, there were going to be efforts to get into there, if you didn't have top-notch Fort Knox level security, 128-bit encryption and beyond, you are going to find yourself in trouble. The site was advertised as a site that will combine all the things that many of us have been canceled on. So the VIP launch date was set for midnight Friday, Thursday to Friday. I signed up for it on my phone, delivered my phone, got a link, put the code in, and it said it launched at midnight. You get VIP early access. I went there. There wasn't a damn thing on the site. Made a video, complained about it. All right, I'll allow for the fact that maybe there was miscommunication. What he meant by that is you can sign up early for when it goes live on Monday. And he did a little video for about 2.5 minutes, which explained what was going to happen. But a lot of people were pissed off. They couldn't get there. So the launch date was pushed from Friday back to Sunday, apparently, according to news reports out there. This thing was pushed back from Business Insider, saying that it was going to be on Sunday. Well, it didn't happen on Sunday. Monday's come. I logged in this morning, nothing there. And there was nothing active on the site. Well, I've come home this evening, Monday evening, the 19th of April, and in fact, the website's up. But it's a far cry from what I was promised. I was promised that this site was going to combine YouTube, Twitter, and forums while protecting free speech. Now, the leftists and little turds out there are whining about Mike Lindell censoring speech, basically not taking the Lord's name in vain, not using certain profanity. That's just a sense of decorum. That is his privilege and his prerogative to ban that sort of thing. That's not banning free speech. So I've got no problem with that. The left is losing their mind. Oh, he said it was free speech, but he's banning certain words. Not anything is allowed. You can't shout fire in a crowded theater. That's not free speech. And so stop your whining leftists. But I'm here to tell you that this is disappointing. And I've cautioned the people that are involved with the Trump organization that are planning to roll out something similar. You must be prepared for endless attacks. You must have this thing set. You must have guaranteed bandwidth or you're going to suffer problems. You can't have the launch that Parler had a few years ago in which Parler came out and they promised free speech and then their site was plagued with all kinds of problems. Their software wasn't ready for prime time. Their servers weren't ready to handle the volume, the deluge of people who signed up for it. And then in the midst of the choosing of 2020, Parler once again suffered as millions of people migrated to the platform and it wasn't prepared for the surge. A lack of strategic vision and planning cost Parler. And beyond that, the obvious lack of strategic planning, putting all your eggs in one basket with an Amazon Web Services really puts you in a bind. Yeah, you got canceled. And you didn't see this coming? Let's see. Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post, took the Washington Post, turned it from a reliably left-leaning but honest publication into a leftist rag, which simply publishes all kinds of nonsense and puts factual errors up all the time. That's what Jeff Bezos does. So does it come as any surprise to the executives at Parler that Amazon Web Services would shut you down while allowing Facebook to continue to publish all sorts of things that are factually incorrect? Yeah, it shouldn't have been a surprise. But back to frankspeech.com. It's more like Frank Silence, ladies and gentlemen. You should see what I see. All right, if you're able to get into it. First off, they didn't tell people overseas that they weren't going to be able to get into it. That irritated a lot of people when they went to the site. That should have been part of the announcement. When he announced that this is going to be a free speech platform, giving hope to the world, he should have said, not for you overseas, only for Americans initially, and here's the date we intend to extend it overseas. A lot of people I know in South Africa and other parts of the world were very angry. They tried to register, and it just gave them error message and didn't explain to them why. I had to explain to them why that you can't register outside the United States. So that's a problem. And then VIP access. VIP access to what? So you can harvest our telephone numbers? You have my mobile number now. What have I gotten for it? Not a damn thing. That's not free speech. That's not frank speech. That's frankly disappointing. Yeah, and frank silence. I'm looking for the site that I was supposed to be able to sign up as content creator. Now, in Mike Lindell's defense, he did put a video up before the site went active saying, listen, starting on Friday, you get VIP access, and we're going to go live starting on Monday with influencers. And I don't care about influencers. I don't need to sit around and listen to Candace Owens and Dinesh D'Souza and all these other people to formulate my opinions and views on the world. I'm an influencer. This platform was set up as promised for content creators like me who've been attacked viciously and unjustly on other platforms. So we are out here waiting, content creators, to deliver content. And I go to the site. There's no content. It's an infomercial for Mike Lindell. I'm not attacking Mike Lindell. He's welcome to have an infomercial. It's his site. It's his platform. He can say all he wants. That's good. He's got the money. If I had that kind of money, I might have my own channel all the time where I broadcast and talked all the time. Now, what I think is happening, which is very unclear to users and to those who were promised a rose garden and all they got were thorn bushes, what I think is happening is that this is like the big launch and it's for 48 hours and you'll be able to see all these influential people. And then after the 48 hours, we'll turn on the features. But I don't know. There's nothing on the site. This is what you get. Check out this screen. It's blank. A little arrow to push a video. Welcome to 1996, folks.
You've got mail.
Welcome back to the internet. Enjoy America Online and CompuServe, or Prodigy for that matter. This is rudimentary. This is 2021, and this is what they put up. This tiny little screen. By the way, it's the same on my mobile. An image from my mobile gives you the same exact situation. I was expecting a rose garden, not thorn bushes. Yes, I know there are thorns on roses. You get my point. Anyway, very disappointing. Frank silence. Frank silence. Again, not attacking Mike Lindell. If he wants to put a platform up that's just for him and his close friends and his buddies, his influencers, that's fine. But don't tell us so you harvest our mobile numbers. Now you have them. And what do we get for it? Nothing. I could have gone to the page without an account and watched this video. This live stream, endless live stream. I'm subscribed to Dinesh D'Souza on lots of platforms. I want to watch Dinesh, I'll watch him. I've invited Dinesh on my program. Got no response. I invited Mike Lindell on my program a year ago. Got no response. So you see what this platform appears to be at the moment? Simply a platform for the privileged elites. Now, do these privileged elites happen to reside in the center or to the right of the spectrum, which a lot of people are happy about? Perhaps they do. But this is not the platform we were promised. And if it is, this is a botched launch. You should be telling us about it. Not complaining about Jimmy Kimmel. The 5 minutes I just listened to was complaining about Jimmy Kimmel. I don't care about Jimmy Kimmel. He's a non-factor. He's not entertaining. He's never been entertaining. And he's full of himself. Why would I care about Jimmy Kimmel? Disappointing. Frank speech, more like frank silence. Once again, folks, we were promised a platform that took the aspects of YouTube, Twitter, and other forums while protecting our free speech with obvious limitations, taking the Lord's name in vain, and using certain unpalatable words. Got it. Got it. But guess what? There's nothing here. None of these guys are going to be able to take this down. We're going to all come over there. All the influencers, all these people that can't say on their podcast the word something, or they can't say something. Something is bad for you, Lindell said, because I'm censored on these platforms. They are going to be able to speak out and speak freely, and it's going to be amazing. The voices of hundreds of millions of people are going to be heard. Really? When does my voice get heard on frank silence? Now, as I said, perhaps he'll open it up. But when? There's nothing on this page except a 1996 low-resolution sort of video that I could have downloaded with Netscape or watched on CompuServe, America Online, or Prodigy in 1996. You've got mail. Sorry, folks. This isn't ready for prime time, and I'm incredibly disappointed. I've been patient, waiting. If you're not ready, and advice to Trump, if you're not ready, and advice to Parley, if you can't deliver, you can't handle tens of millions of requests every second, then you're not ready for prime time. If you don't have industrial security, you're not ready for prime time. Don't promise something you can't deliver because it just turns people off and sends them elsewhere. So frank silence is what this site is to me right now. We'll see if it improves. Now, will I take some flack from people who love Mike Lindell? Bring it on. Bring it on. I didn't express any anger with Mike Lindell or any disappointment or accuse him of anything. I've simply said that this site, which was promised to be something for us to use, is not user available. And that's it. And that's disappointing beyond belief. And there you have it, folks. Frank speech, you'll get frank speech on Chris Wyatt Africa, but not on frank speech. What you get on frank speech is an infomercial from Mike Lindell and his close buddies and friends, the elites in the center and on the right, not the rest of us. Well, I suppose if I was one of Mike's buddies, might be considered an influencer and I'd get some time on his channel. Again, maybe it'll be delivered, but there's nothing there. Nothing. They got my email. How about they got my phone number? How about a text message telling me, you know what? Starting Wednesday, these features will be available. Starting May 1st, these features will be available. Nothing. Simply an infomercial. Disappointment beyond belief. Frank speech is frank silence. Well, folks, thanks for listening and the mini calm rant that you just heard. Many other people are as angry as I am or angry waiting on something that was promised to them. And that's where we're at right now. Frank speech, frank silence. You decide. Thanks a lot, folks. Catch you here next time on Chris Wyatt Africa. If you're not a subscriber, smash that button right down to become a subscriber. Absolutely free. Introductory price, no charge. It's always free to subscribe. Anyway, it's only paying members that pay money, but subscribers, absolutely free. Be sure to toggle the bell icon to get notified of all updates or whenever the site chooses to update you, and then you will know about it. Anyway, thanks a lot, folks. We'll catch you later. God bless.